Detroit, we have a water problem. In case you hadn't heard, at the end of May 2015, the city of Detroit made the historic decision to cut off water to residents behind on their water bills, $50 million behind. The angry masses are looking for someone to point their fingers at, so slippery Detroit Democrat leaders are blaming Republicans for being forced to shut off water to their constituents. But when questioned how Democrats can still be blame shifting after Detroit has had more than 53 years of consecutive Democrat rule, the Detroit Democrat Party leadership's collective attitude could be paraphrased as follows. Before we ran those blasted Republicans out of office in 1962, they messed up Detroit so badly that we're still recovering. We can't even keep the water running from all their mess-ups. And mayor in Detroit was Louis Mariani. He was born in 1897 in the early days of vaudeville, serving as mayor from 1957 until 1962. That was so long ago, we couldn't even find a colored picture of his honor. Today, Democrat Mayor Mike Dugan presides over Detroit, the largest city in history to file for bankruptcy. But he prefers to focus attention on the city of Baltimore, which surpassed 100 shootings in May of 2015, and also is sending water shutoff notices. So what do Democrat Baltimore and Democrat Detroit have collectively besides water bill collection problems? 100 years of Democrat rule.
So here I am with Truth, and you're here for the Flint water demonstration, and you're one of the organizers, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing today?
Well, we're demonstrating for the first year anniversary of being switched over to the Flint River water. And the demonstration is to hopefully to let the powers that be, our leaders in the political field, understand that our water is not any good. And we deserve, and we're wanting, and we're fighting for clean water. We just want simple water that we can drink and that is suitable for the human body. And we want to be able to take a good, clean, healthy bath in. And we want to be able to pay for the water as well. So hopefully this demonstration will let them understand, will help them understand that we too are human beings. And we too want and deserve good, clean, healthy water.
So when you say that the water is not safe, it sounds like that's kind of what you're saying. Why is it not safe? What is happening that's making you worry about the quality of the water?
Well, the TTHM level is one thing, which is a byproduct from chlorine.
Byproduct from what?
From chlorine.
Oh.
Yeah, and we're hoping that they got the water together. They're saying that they do, but it's kind of hard to believe that they have it together because when we look at their track record, they have a history of lying. When we first found out about the TTHMs in January, we also found out that we had TTHMs in our water from the beginning, which was last year at this time. We had TTHMs in our water then, and we had it all the way up until January, and they never even let us know we had the TTHMs in our water until January.
What happens when you have too much would you say
TTHMs? It can cause various different health issues, such as cancer, kidney disease, liver disease, and brain damage, along with a few other diseases. It also is when you take a shower in it, and the heat of it from the hot water, it causes it to form into like a gas bubble. And it's harder on you when you breathe it in than it is for you to drink it, actually. Either way, it could do your body damage.
And then do you know anybody that thinks that they are sick as a result of the water?
Yes, I do. I myself have had rashes on my body from the water, which is not a rash, it's called a chemical burn. On my left side, under my right breast, and in my abdomen area. I know people hair that's been falling out. I know people that is having kidney and liver problems.
Okay. And then what about the cost of the water? Have you seen a drop in your water prices since they spent, what was it, over $1 million to trade? Did they spend over $1 million to change that to river water? Is that what I heard?
They actually haven't given us a price. We've been asking how much it was, and we've been asking how much cheaper it is to be with the Flint Water versus being with Detroit Water, and no one has given us an answer. Even our city council members have said they too haven't been able to find out how much cheaper
who's
the water
writing the
is.
check?
I guess Ambrose. I'm not sure on that.
Well, who?
Our emergency manager, Jerry Ambrose.
You think that, so he kind of is the one that you feel arranged? I mean, maybe they had to have some kind of a system where they took bids to do this work? Because from what I understand, I was told it was a really simple thing of just putting a pipe in the water and somehow pumping it into the same pipes that you use for your drinking water.
Well, that's what we were told, that it was going to be changed over to the Flint River Water. Pretty much it's just going from one pipeline to the other, from Detroit to Flint City.
Right.
That's pretty much, as far as we know, that's what happened. But they wanted to, I guess, I really can't answer that question.
The part. I'd like to know. I'm curious. Because what I saw in the Flint Journal is it said that to change it back to Detroit Water would cost over $1 million. So that's why I'm thinking it must have cost that much to change it too.
I don't think it's going to cost over $1 million to go back to Detroit. That's what the emergency manager is saying, that it would cost us over $1 million per month to go back to Detroit. But to be perfectly honest, I don't see how that could possibly be, because all the other counties that surround Flint, there are quite a few of them that are with Detroit Water, and their water is not that high. So to me, if they're going to charge another county around us a cheaper price, then that just don't make moral sense to me for them to raise it up even higher for us here.
Yes.
And then on top of that, with Flint being, when we were with Detroit, we were their largest customer.
Yeah.
Why would they want to raise our price up to the point where they would lose our business? It just don't make common sense to me. We were we were the largest city that they had. They was getting more money from our city than it was anybody else. It don't make sense to me as to why they would raise the price to a point where we would say, no, we don't want to be dealing with Detroit anymore. That just don't make sense to me.
Well,
why would you get rid of your biggest money, your biggest asset?
Exactly.
That's just it's not understandable.
And I'll tell you, I know for a fact, because I have a house in the suburb and I have one in the city. And the city bill for the exact same water a year ago, before they made the change, was 1/3 of what the city bill was. And it was the same water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think you guys realize how much you're paying for your water. I don't think you realize it.
We know that we're paying at least 3 times the amount
it is
anyone
3 times. Yeah.
Well, with all the attention in Baltimore on policing, there is another very important issue that is now taking center stage. Baltimore's Department of Public Works has begun shutting off water to Baltimore residents who were past due. According to the Baltimore Sun, despite the millions of dollars owed by commercial properties in overdue water payments, the city of Baltimore has strictly targeted its residents and in the past 6 weeks has shut off the water supply to more than 1,600 households. City records show that of the $40 million owed to the city, commercial accounts, including businesses, government offices, and nonprofits comprise roughly $15 million in unpaid water bills. And yet all 100% of the shutoffs so far have been to homes. A petition being circulated by the Working Families Party is calling on Baltimore Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake to declare a moratorium on those shutoffs. It states, quote, "Shutoffs will create a public health disaster and destabilize working families as they face unsanitary conditions or are forced from their homes."